Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. We've got a whole lot to look at on the show this morning, and we will be starting from the FCT. They say charity begins at home. We will look at a story in the world of sports concerning the FCT, and definitely we'll move on and look at the top leagues in Europe. But before then, we'll also look at the Nigerian Premier Football League, NPFL. It hits match the 11. Yes, surprisingly, with one coach at least following the footsteps of coach Finidi George when he left the Super Eagles. But now this time around in the NPFL, one coach has resigned. We will get to that story, and also we'll look at the games that were played in the top 5 leagues in Europe. We'll look at We'll look at two of those top leagues in Europe this morning, EPL and La Liga, and a couple of other stories. But like I said, we'll start from the FCT, where the inaugural basic education school sports hits top gear in FCT. It comprises of all of the 36 states, including the FCT, where young lads are participating. We have about 8 events, 8 sports: Ayo, Scrabble, football, handball and co are there. It's just a way of scouting for talent. Secondary school students, that is junior secondary school students involved between the ages of 11, 12, 13, 10, 9. All of them are participating in this particular event. At the opening ceremony held at the Old Parade Ground in the course of the weekend, Team FCT were beaten during the opening ceremony by Nasarawa, Team Nasarawa, 4-0 in that opening game to herald to start all of the events at this particular sporting event. About 25 contingents are here in the FCT. That is from the federations to participate. At least 25 contingents from about 25 states of the federation are here to at least scout for talents, look at the young ones, how they can help us to grow when it comes to sports in Nigeria. And you know, when it is catch them young, it's actually a good one. The games that were played on Saturday over the weekend, the likes of Ekiti State played a glorious draw with Bayelsa State, while Kaduna State Trash Plateau 3-1, and then the other game between Taraba and Osun State, both of them also settled for a barren draw. So Zamfara State also lost to Gombe State, and why I said Team FCT trashed by 3-0 by their peers from Ekiti State. So a lot of games were played on Saturday after the opening ceremony at the Old Parade Ground. It is the Basic Education School Sports 2024. After the preliminary rounds, we had a couple of other schools join other sports coming up, and the likes of Scrabble, Ayo, all of them will be medal winning sports. So it's not we have team sport. The team sports are football, handball, and what have you. But for the winning medal sports, the likes of Ayo, Scrabble, and co are medal winning sports. So according to the head of protocol, Madaki Bitrus, he said that all of the athletes that are here are accommodated, and security is one thing that is paramount. Aside from football, like I said, we have athletics. Athletics is also part of the sport. Table tennis, handball, volleyball, Ayo, Scrabble, and all. Like I said, all of these are medal winning sports. All right, let's leave that particular story and quickly go straight to Senegal. It is the basketball event where our under 16 female team, the young ones, they won gold in basketball in Senegal. It is 3 versus. It is 3. Is a 3D basketball event under 16 where Nigeria actually won a gold medal in that particular event under 16 basketball team, women's team of Nigeria. That over the weekend they defeated their counterpart from Senegal, the host country, to win gold in that particular sport. This way of where the Nigerian Basketball Federation is doing all they can to see that yes, we actually get it right when it comes to the sports. But the thing is, we are looking forward to see how we can better a lot when it comes to some of these sports. Our basketball team is a good one. We are going to actually get it right. But for the basketball, the under 16 tournament in Senegal, it was a good outing. After the same team they did so well at the African Games to win medal at the African Games, and now they've gone to Senegal to do us proud. So the under 16 team are doing well when it comes to this particular sport. So congratulations to the team and their coaches for winning gold at the 3D basketball under 16 event, women event in Senegal. Yes, let's go straight to the camp of the Super Eagles. We know that the Super Eagles will have a date on Thursday against the Scourers of Benin Republic, the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. I beg your pardon, they are no longer called Scourers, the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. But two players right now as we speak are in camp, the likes of Al-Hassan Yusuf and Collins, who got invited, a local home-based player from Nasarawa United, are the first players to arrive in camp. That is Collins and Al-Hassan Yusuf. The two of them are the first player to join the Super Eagles camp. Al-Hassan Yusuf will leave Kano and travel to Abuja, from Abuja and then to Abidjan. On Thursday, that game will be up and running against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic, where we are going to be seeing the team doing well. They've qualified by what happened in Libya after having 7 points previously before that ordeal in Libya, and when CAF awarded that 3 points and 3 goals to Nigeria, that gave us 10 points in Group D. We're in Group D of the qualifier. So, but these two games, like Austin Ugwevan said, he said the boys are going for the maximum 6 points in these two games. So let's see what will happen on Thursday against Benin Republic in Abidjan. Abidjan is the home ground of Benin Republic, adopted home ground where they are using for their home games for now. So for all of the players, we know the likes of Williams Trusekon, Victor Osimhen making it back to the team. We have Sadiq Umar, a couple of other players joining up in the team this time around. So we will be playing against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic, and then the last group game will be played here in Nigeria at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium against the Amavubis of Rwanda. So for the Super Eagles, let's see how far they can go. Let's see what they can do. Let's see this time around if in the World Cup qualifier, we know what happened when Benin Republic defeated the Super Eagles. So we are ready to take our own pound of flesh and our own revenge against the Beninois in this particular game. So we wish Super Eagles the best of outing on Thursday against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. Let's now leave that story, and let's quickly we'll go for a break now. We'll take those highlights back, those NPFL videos. We'll see some of the NPFL games, and when we come back, we'll be going straight to the NPFL.
And so we are on the way for the match with 27th fixture of the Nigeria Premier Football League, live from the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikene. It's Remo Stars hosting Bendel Insurance. Sharon will be there for a free kick for Remo Stars, sends the cross into the box. Dela Akoli, header, it's beaten. Hamas Obasoje, but the whistle has gone for an infringement. Dela Akoli thought he would be scoring his second ever goal for Remo Stars, but referee says no. Good header, but there was no way in which Hamas Obasoje could get through to that ball. Bendel Insurance now inside the first quarter of an hour played, skipping past. Vito Collins takes a strike, but on the hand, East Bank Coyote. Made a Kinyele for Remo Stars. Still Ahmed, just skipping past two shirt. Back now to Sadiq Ismail. Sadiq sends the cross in. Amar scrambling. Comes straight to Adidayo Lamileko. But the Benin Insurance defense would clear. Long ball forward by Remo Stars. A flicked header to the part of Adidayo Lamileko. Sending the cross. Iso Martins in the area to score for Remo Stars. Amas is there. Amas with a very, very good save for his side. Still Remo Stars now, still ghosting in from the right hand side, claiming for a penalty. Referee says no. As Remo Stars go forward one more time, Benin Insurance clearing their lines. Now inside the final minutes of additional time, throwing into the box by Sharon Grubi. They flick to the part of Jose Martins. How has he not scored there? It was easier for him to score than to miss right there for Remo Stars. First 10 minutes of the first half now played. Free kick for Benin Insurance. Rosie to his teammate is cleared off by Remo Stars right inside the box. Comes straight again. But we're not trouble. Goalkeeper Bankole Kaudi. On the high mark, Remo Stars corner kick. Haruna Hadi, and he sees his corner kick flinked off by his teammate. Still Remo Stars. Kudusa Koni with a strike. 2 minutes on the high mark. Ashevon Grubide throw in coming for Remo Stars. Jose Martins is there again. Still, he cannot find the back of the net to flick on.
Yes, welcome back from that video highlight of Remo Stars and Benin Insurance. Yes, like I said, we'll be going straight to the Nigerian Premier Football League. It's getting hotter and hotter. It's match day 11. The intrigues have started coming in when it comes to the Nigerian Premier Football League. But before we look at the results and the table for match day 11, after that game on Sunday in Owerri, one coach has to throw in the towel. Yes, the news this morning is that Kennedy Boboye, coach of Sunshine Stars of Akure, resigned his position. And if we look at it, well, when they say when the team is doing well, the players take the glory. But when the team is not doing well, the coaches takes the blame. I have Wilfred Shiandu joining me on the show this morning. Wilfred, welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. Can you hear me? Okay, please, if you can hear me, you just need to respond. But for Kennedy Boboye, he resigned his position as the coach of Sunshine Stars of Akure. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, he resigned his position as the coach of Sunshine Stars of Akure, and it is what it is. It takes a bold step when results are not going your way as a coach, or as a coach, to take the blame. And now after that game against Heartland FC of Owerri over the weekend, coach Kennedy Boboye resigned his position as the Sunshine Stars of Akure coach, which is I would say is a honorable thing to do. You know, when the results are not coming in, when the results are not coming your way, you just have to know what to do. But at this point in time, I think the man felt that, okay, I think let me lay back a bit and reassess myself and whatever that is going on. They lost that game to Heartland FC of Owerri over the weekend, but it is what it is. Leaving that position vacant now is now left for Sunshine, the management of Sunshine Stars of Akure, to get a new gaffer and get a coach who is going to steady the ship as time goes on. It's match day 11 in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Let's quickly go straight now and look at the results for match day 11 in the Nigerian Premier Football League. We have this game, one of the away wins in match day 11. Ikorodu City beating Katsina United 2-1 in that game. Where Eniba and Remo star match of the weekend ended on a goalless draw. That game was played at the Aba the People's Elephant Stadium in Aba. Then Heartland FC of Owerri, like I said, defeated Sunshine Stars of Akure 1-0. Nasarawa United, another away win. They lost at Lafia Township Township Stadium to Kwara United 1-0. And Niger Tornadoes beat Akwa United 1-0. Plateau United and Enugu Rangers ended on a goalless affair for Coach Fidelis Ilechukwu, though he was not there. It is another homecoming for him, facing his former team. He ended goalless at the Jos Township Stadium. In the South-South Derby, the Niger Delta Derby, Rivers United were lost at home, surprisingly, to their neighbor, Bayelsa United 1-0 at the Adoki Amasimaka Stadium in Port Harcourt. And then Shooting Stars of Ibadan handed Academy Warriors, the only team who has not lost before March 11 in the Nigerian Premier Football League, after Rivers United also lost, because the two of them were the only unbeaten team this season since the season started. But Rivers United, that unbeaten team, was they lost their own game, and now Academy Warriors has tasted defeat, the first defeat this season in the hands of Shooting Stars of Ibadan. 3-0, they were hammered in that away game. And then Kano Pillars against all went to Bendel Insurance, that is Samuel Ogbomedia Stadium, to pick a 1-0 victory away. Bendel Insurance this season, we know they are struggling. Indeed, definitely they are struggling. While Lobby Stars, trying to wake up from their slumber, defeated Abia Warriors 3-1 in March 11. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 away wins in March 11. All right, Wilfred, can you hear me now?
Safash, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. It is March 11 in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Before we talk about the result, what do you make of this Coach Kennedy Boboye resigning as Sunshine Stars coach?
Well, you see, these things happen regularly, in the domestic league here, and I keep saying it. Sometimes it's better to walk down the exit door by yourself than to be shown the exit door. It's more honorably to walk down the exit door by yourself than to wait and be shown the exit door. So for Kennedy Boboye, I think it's one coach I so much have respect for. He's done well. He's done incredibly well, in the domestic league. Carrying the league with the Plateau United and then with Akwa United, and now with Sunshine. He's a coach that has a lot of principles, and such coaches sometimes it's difficult to work together. Hello, Mr. Fash, are you with me?
Yes, go ahead, I'm with you.
Okay, yeah. So sometimes it's difficult. Yeah, it's difficult. To work in understanding with the management, because when you're a coach of that pedigree with a lot of principles, it's difficult when you refuse to be bent by your employers and to play to their to their drum. And I think it's actually one thing that I know Kennedy Boboye.
Okay.
After the defeat against Heartland in Owerri, I think it's the right thing for him, the right decision for him to take, because it's the best of his career, his personality, and his profile, rather than waiting to be sacked.
Okay, rather than waiting to be sacked. Now, we've seen 4 away wins in March 11. Wow, massive one. The likes of Ikorodu City, Kwara United, Bayelsa United, and Kano Pillars, all of them getting away win in March 11.
That's one area that we really have to give kudos to the officiating, the referee association of Nigeria. The officiating has greatly improved. Now teams pick vital points away from home, and it's one of the results we saw yesterday. Seeing a team like Bayelsa United beating Rivers United right in their home crowd in Port Harcourt was a very huge one, and this result will never stop coming. And I hope Mr. Captain Fantastic Ahmed Musa is witnessing all these happenings, so that he doesn't complain again when they don't get it right, to an away team.
Okay, he doesn't come. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's quickly look at the table. Let's look at the table while Wilfred will react to that. In March 11, Remo Stars still remain at the top of the table despite that goalless draw with Enyimba away. We have Rivers United, who lost their game, still remain second with 21 points. I think the first 3 positions didn't change. It is the way it is from March 10. Remo Stars, Rivers United, and Enyimba occupying the first 3 positions there. We have Niger Tornadoes on the 4th position with 17 points, and Kano Pillars is 5th with 17 points. We have Enugu Rangers 6th with 16 points, same points with Academy, who lost their own game, their first loss of the season. On the 7th position with 16 points, we have Plateau United on the 8th position with 15 points, and Heartland FC of Owerri, after beating Academy Warriors. Heartland that was struggling, I think they've gained their momentum now. They are doing well under Emmanuel Amunike. They are now 9th position with 15 points, and Shooting Stars of Ibadan, who defeated Academy Warriors, occupy the 10th position with 15 points. The flip side of the table quickly, we have Kwara United 11th with 14 points. Ikorodu also, a team that started struggling after sacking their coach. Now they are 12th position with 40 points. Abia Warriors, Sunshine Stars, Bayelsa United, Bendel Insurance, their struggle continues. Katsina United, Nasarawa United, Lobby Stars of Makurdi, and Akwa United occupying the bottom. Now Akwa United has been pushed to that position. Previously it was Lobby Stars who is there. Surprisingly, Wilfred, for Heartland FC of Owerri, they started the season very poorly, shaky, and everybody thought, okay, maybe it might not just look well. And for Coach Emmanuel Amunike, I think he has started understanding the terrain he is. He is a Nigerian. He has coached the national team, but he has not coached any club side in the Nigerian Premier Football League. But now, I think they've started doing well, moving to the first part of the Nigerian Premier Football League table.
I think Coach Emmanuel Amuneke's slow start with Heartland FC of Owerri in the ongoing season was as a result of what many could describe as JJC. He was just a newcomer in the league, and he was taking his time to understudy, the ethnicity, the environment, the culture, and the in and out of the league. And I think finally has been able to capture it right. And then let's wait and continue to enjoy beautiful football with the positive results coming, his way.
Okay, your Lobby Stars, finally. They pushed out of, despite they are still in the drop zone, they are still in the danger zone, but they were able to get a win over the weekend, winning their game 3-1. Is it that the foreign technical advisor added to the team, technical team, alongside that is Daniel Mokachi, the Bull, is a sign that okay, this team is ready to improve?
Well, in as much as Lobby Star occupies a special place in my heart as my home team, I think it was a very good relief for us. It was a breath of fresh air for all the Lobby staff, football-loving fans, and to the entire team and the new management. But I think I won't say I was convinced with the result, because a team that conceded in every single match, I think there's something that would not really be able to capture right. And I wish the team sit back, the coaches, they sit back to analyze, their outings, and then you try to figure out the right thing to do, because you cannot be in a league, a competitive league like a Nigerian Professional Football League, and you keep conceding every single match. It's not healthy.
Okay, it's not healthy. It is match 11 in the Nigerian Premier Football League, and good results from those games. 4 away wins in match 11. Wow, massive one. This is the right step in the right direction. We keep our fingers crossed to see who will be crowned champions at the end of the season. 11 matches gone. We still have a couple of matches to go down in the Nigerian Premier Football League. All right, let's leave that story. And now let's go straight to CAF. This time around, we'll talk about the Women's CAF Champions League. Yes, the Queens. Yes, they started business on a good note, on a winning note. Wilfred, the Queens actually showed that, yes, they are Queens after they were crowned champions of the Wafubi Women's Champions League qualifiers, and just yesterday they started well, beating CBE FC of Ethiopia in their Group B opener. And surprisingly, the defending champions, who is in the same group with Edo Queens, lost to Masai FC of Egypt 1-0. Now Edo Queens, with that victory, they are topping the table.
That was a very good one for the team, securing an important, all 3 points to themselves away from home. And with good three goals, I think it was a result of hard work from the team and determination. And as I keep saying, these ladies also need a good support. They need a good attention, and I think it's high time that a good amount of attention is also channeled to them, directed to them, so that they will help and improve their personal selves, the management, because the women league, of course, nobody sometimes even care to watch the women league. But what we're failing to understand is when they go out to play in an important competition like the Champions League, Women Champions League, they are not just playing there as a team from Edo State. They are carrying the flag of Nigeria on their shoulders, and I think it's high time that the federation look into the Women League, Professional Football League, and give them all the support they deserve. Because for me, if they made team fair to they made teams fair to fly the flag of Nigeria higher, and the women team can do that, I think they also deserve a maximum support.
Okay, they deserve the maximum support. If you look at Edo Queens, this over the years they've been one of the best teams we have in the women's league. That is Nigerian Women's Football League. Now, playing in their first appearance, this is their debutants at the CAF Women's Champions League, the fourth edition. How far do you think this team can go with what we saw them playing last night against CBE FC of Ethiopia?
It's all about keeping the momentum. It's all about keeping the morale together. It's about keeping the zeal and understanding the importance of the championship to them, and understand also the all the support they need, because all these things come down to good motivation. They need to be motivated for them to keep the same motivation, to keep the same zeal, to keep the same morale. And if they are well motivated, trust me, they can go as far as their hearts and their eyes can see.
Okay, as you can see on the screen, as early as the 5th minute of action, Essien, one of the formidable strikers in the Nigerian Women's Football League, playing for Edo Queens, got that goal, and then to be followed up in the second half for Lashade Florence adding the second, and then we have Chukwuemeka in the 80th minute getting the third goal for Edo Queens. Yes, Edo Queens, they will have a date with Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, and then Masa FC, who defeated the defending champions. Let's see how far they can go. All right, let's leave Edo Queens and the CAF Women's Champions League and go straight to Europe. Quickly, we start with EPL, the English Premier Football League. Yes, I know all of Chelsea fans and Arsenal fans, a lot of bragging rights were there yesterday evening, and at the end of the day, they just have to settle for the spoils, for the points. They shared it. All right, let's begin from this one. AFC Bournemouth, the Giant Killers, eventually fell 3-2 to Brentford. And then Crystal Palace lost at Selhurst Park. It was all London affairs. Fulham and Crystal Palace, all of them are London-based teams. Fulham 2-0 against Crystal Palace. He will be getting an assist in that game. And West Ham United and Everton ended on a goalless draw. Wolverhampton Wanderers beat Southampton 2-0. Brighton and Hove Albion beat Man City. Man City losing back-to-back again. 2-1 against Manchester City. That game ended in favor of Brighton. Liverpool defeated Aston Villa and Slot doing so well. 2-0, topping the English Premier League and also topping the Champions League table. Manchester United coming back from the dead under their interim coach. That is Ruud van Nistelrooy at Old Trafford was 3-0 against Leicester City. Nottingham Forest won. Newcastle United 3-1 against Nottingham Forest, who Nuno Espirito was the manager of the month, and also Chris Wood, striker, winning the player of the month for October. Tottenham Hotspur lost to Ipswich Town 2-1, and Arsenal with Chelsea ended on a goal on the 1-1 affair after Neto giving them that equalizer. Liverpool remains at the top of the table with 28 points. Man City with 23 points. Second, Chelsea is third with 19 points, and Arsenal are fourth with 19 points, with Nottingham Forest now dropping to the 5th position with 19 points. Sixth is Brighton with 19 points. Fulham is 7th with 18 points. Newcastle United has 18 points on the 8th position. Aston Villa 9 with 18 points, and Tottenham Hotspur is on the 10th position with 16 points. The flip side of it, the second side of the table, we have Brentford, Bournemouth, Man United. Now, Wilfred, quickly, Chelsea, Arsenal, it was the biggest game for the weekend, but the surprising result was at the American Express Stadium, where Brighton beat Manchester City 2-1.
Well, as far as football in the United Kingdom
Comrade, are you
exists,
there?
a game between Arsenal and Chelsea will always be a game to watch. But you see, football is full of surprises. One will begin to ask, how can a big team like Manchester City, lost to Brighton? But that's football for you. That's football for you because I think the team Manchester City, they're actually going through a lot of tough moment now because they lost vital players to injury. Rodri is not there, De Bruyne is not there, so I think Haaland is just running short of ball supplies, and it's actually what we're seeing every time the team plays. And it's easy to say that a team like Man City cannot lost a game, an important game like that to Brighton. But I mean, who knows? That is football, and it's not always like mathematics where when you put we put in 1 plus 1, it gives you 2. Sometimes it's beyond that, and I think it's just at the outcome of what we saw yesterday, what we saw last night. When Brighton defeated Manchester City, and coming down to Arsenal and Chelsea, the new coach in Chelsea has really done incredibly well. We must commend him for that. The team style of play. Now they play more offensively, they possess more ball, and they don't just defend. They come out to give a good fight. And for Mikel Arteta, I remember a statement from former Manchester United left fullback Patrice Evra. Say watching Arsenal is like watching a Netflix. That every season you have to watch another season, you have to watch for another season. And then I think for me, he has not really proven anything to convince the Arsenal fans and the manage his employers that he's up for a title challenge.
Okay, let's see if definitely Arsenal will be title. Maybe they will be title contenders at the end of the day. But for Liverpool, they are doing well, and for Maresca, yes, he has brought a different life into that Chelsea team. They are now playing more as a team, winning games and doing so well on the pitch. All right, let's go straight to La Liga quickly. There were games, and for Real Madrid also, after those disappointing outings in the Champions League and even the league, they bounced back to winning ways against Osasuna 4-0. It ended. Rayo Vallecano lost to Las Palmas 3-1. Villarreal beat Deportivo Alaves 3-0. Leganés 1-0 against Sevilla. Real Betis and Celta Vigo played a 2-2 draw. Real Mallorca lost to Atletico Madrid 1-0, and Getafe also losing to Girona at home 1-0. Real Valladolid and Athletic Club played a 1-1 draw, and Real Sociedad beat high-flying Barcelona 1-0 at the end of 90 minutes in that game. Let's look at the table. Despite that loss for Barcelona, they still remain at the top of the table with 33 points, followed by Real Madrid 27 points. Atletico Madrid is third with 26 points. Villarreal, Osasuna, Girona occupies the 10th position with 18 points. The flip side of the table quickly, we have on the second side of the table, we have back to the result. We have Real Sociedad beating Barcelona. Okay, before we see the second side of the table, Wilfred, quickly for Barcelona, they lost their game, and though they still remains at the top of the table. After Hansen Flick has been able to rejig the team, and they are doing so well.
It's part of football. It's part of football. Barcelona, they've been playing an incredibly great game this season. They've tried to bring back the good memories of the glorious Barcelona we used to know some 5 years, 10 years ago. But then this is football. Opponents always come out to fight to give a good fight, and they were just unlucky that they couldn't secure a win against Real Sociedad, and it's part of the game. And I think their continual involvement in the ongoing Champions League with a new formula that the UEFA has introduced, I think is affecting the players gradually, because most players, you can see, they are playing so many matches with a short period of time, and then where most opponents understand your pattern of play and everything. So it's sometimes not always possible to keep maintaining that 100% record. So it's a part of the game, and the result was just an outcome of what we've been witnessing from other leagues across the world. In the Serie A, you see big teams losing to smaller teams. The EPL and the other leagues, even the Bundesliga. So I think it's just part of the game, and we have to accept it that way.
Okay, you just have to accept it that way. There, the second side of La Liga table, we have Celta Vigo on the 11th position with 17 points. Real Vallecano 12 with 16 points. Sevilla is 13 with 15 points. Leganés is 14 with 14 points. And then we have Deportivo Alaves 15th with 13 points. And Las Palmas is 16th with 12 points. Getafe is 17th with 10 points. Espanyol is on the 18th position with 10 points. And Real Valladolid on the 19th position with 9 points, and we have Valencia occupying the bottom of the table just with -9 goal difference and 7 points. All right, let's take this last story on the show before we go. We'll talk tennis this time around. When we talk tennis, we have table tennis, we have lawn tennis, but this one is lawn tennis we are talking about. The lawn is out of it now, but just say tennis, where Yaxina, world number 1, starts the ATP Finals. That is Association of Tennis Players event. It is an event that is always placed to close to end the year for all of the tennis men's players. Also, the women have their own. That is Women's Tennis Association. We have ATP for men. We have ATP for women. So, world number 1, Yannick Sinner, started the ATP Finals on a winning note where he defeated Canadian Alex de Munier after Taylor Fritz also beat Daniel Medvedev on the opening day of the ATP Finals. Sinner, who was playing in his hometown in Turin, Italy, he won that games by 6-3, 6-4 to extend his perfect record against the Australian 7th seed. So for Yannick Sinner, let's see if he's going to end the year well by winning the ATP Finals. It's not left for him. Last season, he was runner-up last season, but this time around, he wants to take it a step further. Though last season he lost to the Novak Djokovic in the finals. All right, that is where we'll be leaving it on the show. 360 Sports this morning. Wilfred, thanks for coming on the show. It's good having you on the program.
It's always my pleasure, Mr. Fashion, and do have a wonderful day.
Okay, that is it on the program 360 Sports. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.